Hi, I'm Leanne. I'm a variety streamer who focuses on first playthroughs, and I have a soft spot for Souls-like games. And you can catch me streaming on Sundays, Wednesdays, and Fridays.
Hi, hello, welcome everyone. I am Watch Holly. This is Leanne. We're going to do season 4 of streamer interviews where we're talking about offline growth and how do you grow on Twitch. Leanne, before we get into that, tell me a little bit about yourself.
A little bit about myself. When I'm not streaming, I like to hike, I like to camp, I do art. I know you can't see it, but there is an art piece that usually is behind me in streams that I actually did myself. And also, I love to read. I'm currently doing that challenge that you might have seen around if you're a book reader of I'm reading 25 books from 25 countries around the world. So it's been a wonderful challenge because it's getting me outside of my comfort zone. So it's been great.
That's so good. How do you find all the books from around the world? Do they select it for you or do you choose it?
Chose it, but there's a whole bunch of lists that I found on Twitter, and also that I found like Googling. There was like a huge list that I saw on a website. Some of the books are like out of print, so I had no way of getting them. But one of the books is this book.
Oh, okay, yeah. Nice. Oh my God, what book number are you on right now?
I'm on book, I think 5.
Nice. Oh my God. And you're doing a book a month.
Pretty much.
That's good.
Book 5.
Okay. All right. Nice. All right. Well, sorry, I could, I guess, talk to you forever. We're going to talk about offline growth. Do you post on social media, or what's your offline content strategy that has contributed to your Twitch growth?
So I do post on social media. I post mainly on YouTube and TikTok and a little bit of Instagram. I'm terrible at posting to Instagram. The most that has contributed to like my growth through Twitch has been my short form content. And I feel like that for me personally, it's kind of like a movie trailer. It's like a first impression. It's a preview of who I am, like on my streams, of like what to expect. It's like highlighting my personality, like my energy, and even like the games that I play. So it's kind of like all those expectations that you're kind of seeing in a stream. So that's how I'm trying to like hook people into this is what you're seeing.
Yeah, definitely. And how do you post on social media? Like you said, TikTok and shorts on YouTube. Are you taking your Twitch VODs and kind of pushing them over?
Yes. So for my Twitch VODs, what I end up personally doing is I used to write on a piece of paper to grab some of like my moments, but now I have a stream deck, so I'm using the Elgato timestamp to catch those moments that I push a button and I'm like, oh, this is funny. Yeah. So I take those moments and I then use CapCut because that's easiest for me right now, and take those into the short form content. Make sure it has this flow that will grab people's attention. I've learned that you don't like silence. So I've been learning those things as I go along, what gathers people's attention and what makes them go, bye.
Yeah, no, definitely. You referenced CapCut. Is that the only program that you use?
I've tried a couple different programs. I've tried Canva because Canva has its own program. There's Clipchamp, which if you're into long form content, it's actually just a free program that only works with Google or Microsoft Edge, and you can use it for up to hour-long videos, and you can create a free .srt file for captions. So that's been handy.
Nice.
Okay. And I haven't learned DaVinci yet, but that's something I'm learning. I don't know if that would be useful for short form content, but I want to learn it for longer videos.
Yeah, definitely. Probably long form content. DaVinci is great and it's free. We like free things.
Yes, we like free things too.
Yes.
Oh, and I tried Eclipse too for short form content.
You try what?
Well. Eclipse.
Oh.
It's an AI website that will take your streams and try to find things that are like funny moments or silly moments or emotional moments. I think Opus Clips has just like that as well.
Oh, I didn't know about that. That's actually really cool. What the heck? And does it edit it for you?
It like doesn't edit it into like a clip itself of that 9:16 format, but it does form it into essentially like a Twitch clip format of saying of like it'll tag it as emotional moment or death or something. It best with games that it has listed, such as Dark Souls or Monster Hunter Wilds or Valorant or something like that. So if you're playing an indie game, it doesn't work out at all.
Yeah. Okay, interesting. Wow. Okay, thank you. And then when you do use all those platforms or all those apps, excuse me, how often do you post on social media?
So my current frequency is for YouTube and TikTok is Monday through Friday. And as I said, I'm really bad at Instagram. The one thing I've learned from when I was posting with a photography Instagram is that your consistency matters. And by consistency, I mean showing up every day. Not frequency, because like if you post like a whole bunch of times twice a day, like let me think of how to phrase it better. Your quality content definitely matters, but your consistency showing up over time matters. So even if you can only post one day every Friday at 10 a.m., that matters more than your frequency of posting all over the time, all over the week at random days, I guess. So being consistent matters. So I've decided on a Monday through Friday schedule, and that's where I am posting right now as of yet.
Okay, nice. Great. And then what is your best performing piece of content and why do you think it worked?
So my best piece of performing content was actually, I thought it was, first of all, I forgot about it, but it was an Instagram post. And it was me shooting a bow at a DLC. It wasn't the DLC, but it was one of the little worms that shot lava and stuff like that in Elden Ring. And I got it stuck and I was shooting a bow at people. And the reason why it got such a reaction is because it caught the emotion of people. It's either because it was relatable, because in Dark Souls, everyone's like, it either relates or it strikes a nerve with people. And people are like, why did you do that?
Yeah.
This boss is so easy. Why did you do that? Or people are like, this is unconventional. I like that. You were smart, you know? So it's either a debate or a laugh.
Right.
And finding a clever way to beat a boss, you know, that's how it like gets the Souls like community. And that's why it got so many views, so many comments. And the other important thing that I've come to learn is it was short. It was 11 seconds long. That's all it took.
It's so funny that you're like, I don't know how to do anything with Instagram, and then Instagram is your best performing piece.
I know. It definitely was my best performing piece, though. Over time now, it's like my YouTube have been averaging higher views over everything else.
So let's talk about less social media and what else that you do to grow offline.
Like what else do I do? Sorry, I'm like thinking of this. Like, what do you mean to grow offline? Like, are you talking about like?
It's question number 6, if that helps at all. So, like, do you like not when you're streaming and not when you're posting on social media? Is it networking? Is it collaborating? Is it community building?
I think I interpreted it the wrong way.
Oh, okay. If you want, we can skip it, or we can. You can
skip it because I was like, I think I interpreted it the wrong way.
No, that's okay. Okay, and then we already talked about your tools. Are you okay with that one as well too?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So just go to question number 8. Okay, perfect. Sounds good?
Yep.
Okay.
So question number.
Okay. Yeah. So we talked about CapCut a little bit. When you're editing, and the e-clip as well too, when you edit the videos to post them on social media, do you have a hook at all? Is there anything that you kind of swear by?
So kind of like my swear by formula, and this is because like this is the souls community that like I'm really posting for, is you have to have like a kind of setup. Like you have to have like a text overlay or an opening line that's like one of the videos was like, I'm gonna come down and see who the Capra demon is, and this like sets up what is kind of going to happen. It like hooks the person in it, and then an action happens. And like in this video, I got kicked by an enemy. It was this giant dragon butt, and then like the payoff that ends up happening is I just couldn't get through. And so instead of the boss fight,
yeah,
I'm being defeated by an enemy.
Oh no. Okay,
So,
yeah. It's like showing them like the little hook of like, oh, and you write your captions or you write text on the front there?
Yep.
Okay.
So sometimes, especially if like I'm not speaking for whatever reason, I will write a caption. I've come to learn with CapCut, I could record an audio thing, so I can record audio now as well over a video, but sometimes I just will put a caption like, hey, just wait for it. There's a bad choice.
Yeah. Okay, nice. And then once you're done posting on social media and everything, do you go back and review the analytics of like your TikTok and YouTube shorts?
Yeah. So I definitely review the analytics. I look over like what is the average view time, like how long did they stay to watch? How many people stayed to watch the whole video? Because to me that shows me that they're engaged. The bonus for me is did they comment, did they share?
Mm-hmm.
Because that means that they're extra engaged. And I don't measure as much about people commenting as much as to me that's fabulous, is because I don't always comment on videos myself.
Yeah.
So that to me is, and where I'll do this now is I do this I use a Google document to help. Well, not Google Doc, a Google Sheet. I'd use Excel if I could, but it helps like having a 24-hour, a 7-day week, and then I have like a 30-day revisit that I'm working on now for some of my YouTube shorts to measure how did it go over time. Did things change? Did it get more popular? Stuff like that.
Wow, that's so interesting. Okay, nice. And when you do post and when you're editing, do you use and focus on trends or trending sounds on TikTok? And I know CapCut, I think you can use like sounds and overlays and stuff.
Yeah, you can. But personally, I don't choose to. It's, for me, this relates to me being, even when I was in high school, I just never knew what was popular or trending. So like me, and especially today, it feels like trends change like in a week or a day, and it's like I don't know what is going on anymore. And for me, like I want my content to reflect me, and so I guess it could be a creative limit, but I also feel like it is a creative strength. So when they come to see my stream, they're still seeing who I am and not something that's always constantly trending. And because things fade away. I don't know. I mean, people still remember, I think, mostly red versus blue.
Yeah.
I don't remember how many people remember Homestar Runner or Strong Bad,
Right.
And there's other memes out there. I've seen memes that I've never seen in my life, and I'm like, what are these, So I want longevity versus how like a culture evolves. Like I want timelessness. Like I feel like Vati, as a lore video person, he's timeless.
Okay, nice. And my last question is, what advice would you give other Twitch streamers trying to break into the short form content?
For me, it'll be this is probably like, you're gonna hear this a lot, but fall down 7 times and get up 8. That is one of my favorite sayings since I've heard of it, and it's something I've lived my life by, because even as a Twitch streamer, you're going to have low viewership, high viewership, and you're going to make mistakes. So be patient as a viewer, and don't let, if your TikTok video bombs because you used the wrong hashtag like I did, don't let it disappoint you. Don't beat yourself over failure. Analyze why, know when to stop, and don't obsess. Set healthy boundaries for yourself. Because like I know I can get very obsessive. Everybody has their things where they get very obsessive over. But you have to set healthy boundaries for yourself so that you can still have a healthy relationship with your content creation, with your relationships, with your activities, with your gaming. Because if you don't, then this becomes a chore, this becomes a job, you're not having fun. And it's just like you're going to burn out. And I know you've already had your series about burning out, but that's how I feel, because like you go into it and it's just like all these numbers and all these numbers and you're stressing about all these numbers. And I know for some of us, like especially me, I'm happier when I'm not paying attention to numbers. But I know that if I don't pay attention to numbers, I'm not going to grow. So it's this delicate balance of paying attention to numbers and not paying attention to numbers. So I set a boundary of Sunday mornings. Here we go. After what, like 30, like, because I know YouTube helps, is like, what is the first 24 hours and all that, and pay attention to those numbers. And I use Sunday mornings, the time before my streams, to get all this data plugged into a Google Doc and work on that, make all my clips and stuff like that, queue them up, like use Adobe Express to do that, and then I'm done.
I love it. No, I love the balance advice as well too, because it is very tricky to find that balance. You don't want to obsess, but it also, if you want to grow, you're going to have to think of it as data.
Yeah.
All right. Well, perfect. That's it from me. Thank you so much for being a part of this.
Thank you.
Yes.
I appreciate it.
Yes, of course. All right. We're going to say goodbye to YouTube, and I'll say goodbye to you right afterwards. Bye, YouTube.
Bye, YouTube.